A great campaign isn't about repetition, it's about cohesion. Hi, I'm brand designer Izzy Poirier, and today we're designing the core visual for Design Festival, a fictional citywide exhibition where museums, galleries, and public spaces transform into one grand creative experience. The goal is to create a campaign that expands beyond a single poster, adapting it across signage, website, and merch, and all that while still feeling unified. An event campaign isn't just a one-off design. It needs to function like a brand identity. Before jumping into the layout, I'm pulling up a mood board and keeping in mind the audience. This festival is for the creatively curious. The visual needs to spark intrigue, feel immersive, and connect with the energy of the city it's being held in. Let's start with typography. After a font exploration, I'm using Activia typeface and Oaks Grotesque. Activia is great because it comes with a built-in family of symbols, giving me extra design elements straight from the type itself. It also has different font families, from a clean version to a pixelated one, with variation in letter forms. That flexibility helps capture the maximalist style we're going for while keeping everything cohesive. Since I want the symbols to be part of the identity, I'm pulling them from the glyph panel to explore more options, bringing them onto the side of my artboard and creating outlines so they become editable shapes. This way, I can color them, tweak them, and scale them, and integrate them into the composition. Now that the type direction is locked in, it's time to design the core poster. Next, I'm bringing in the Firefly generated images and refine the composition. I don't want to just throw type on an image. It's about creating a balanced design that feels dynamic but still legible. To keep the visual engaging, I'll use the clipping mask with shapes over the image to test different compositions. This adds variation and depth while keeping the layout fluid. Design Festival is about making the city itself an exhibition, and the posters should feel like a natural extension of that landscape. That's why I'm creating more than one poster design, exploring multiple visual universes while keeping consistency in key elements. For this campaign, that consistency comes in two things. One, the type placement in the same position across all posters. To ensure this, I'll use the paste in place on all poster artboards. And two, the metallic shapes, which will be used across all collaterals to unify the identity. Design-wise, it's a delicate balance between all the elements. Maximalist style posters are very intricate, and there are a lot of back and forth in the design process. Just look at that messy artboard. But once I have a strong direction, it's time to scale it up. Now it's time to take this design and make sure it works everywhere, from urban spaces to digital platforms. The goal is to translate the design and not just resize it. Here are some key places where this campaign could live: posters, wrap tram, storefront windows, museum projection, bench, billboard, advertising, and merch. As a rule of thumb, if you know where the campaign will be used ahead of time, building everything from the same category in one single document makes life easier. It keeps the system organized and makes adjustments much faster. To preview the campaign in context, I'm placing files into mockups in Photoshop as linked files. Since I originally designed these assets on perfectly sized artboards, I can simply drop them in. If you need to make any changes, I can update the Illustrator file and it will automatically refresh in Photoshop, keeping everything flexible and editable. This is key when pitching a campaign. It helps to expand the possibilities for everyone involved in this city-wide festival, inspiring them to push the limit with what can be done. Now that the print files are ready, I'm shifting focus to the website assets, making sure the brand experience is translated cohesively and not just copied. With everything finalized, it's time to export and organize files efficiently to streamline the process. One key step is properly naming artboards before exporting, as Illustrator automatically applies those names to the file. This keeps everything accessible and easy to navigate, preventing confusion when working across different formats with multiple stakeholders. And this is how you can create a scalable and adaptable event campaign in Illustrator Not just building one poster, but building a full system. Be sure to check out the free downloadable files in the description below, which is an Illustrator file with multiple artboard size. And be sure to subscribe to the Adobe Live channel and stay tuned for more episodes. Thanks for watching!